Your vibe is absolutely rancid, and we want to destroy you.
Your
Also, I've
vibe
been
is rancid. We wish to destroy you.
Yes.
I've been streaming Near Replicant, so the
Oh hell
sounds
yeah!
have been
Big
like
booty robot game.
no, not Big Booty Robot Game. The
What?
one
What?
the game before the Big Booty Robot Game.
Garbage.
Well,
Trash.
I mean, I'm gonna play Near Replicant, and then I'm gonna play Near Auto Tomato.
Auto. Not automata. Auto tomato.
Auto Tomato.
All
Yeah,
right.
although there is Big Booty. There's Kaine, which is everybody's favorite character in that game.
Let me see. Cause I've only played.
Shadow Lord.
Oh,
Shadow Lord.
okay.
Oh, let me give you a big sloppy wet kiss, Shadow Lord.
Nah. To be solos. I can't help it.
Well, I mean,
I
I haven't seen 2B yet. I've
To
only
B's
experienced
design
Kaine.
is genuinely like, cause fucking what the fuck is his name? The creator of it.
Yoko Taro.
Yoko Taro. I was thinking of Toyo Taro. That's the guy from Dragon Ball Super. Yoko
Yeah.
Taro has been asked like why do so many of your like lady characters look so like hot
Yeah,
and sexy?
I know
And it was
his
like
answer, yeah.
I like designing sexy women.
Good.
Sue me.
Girls pretty.
Literally,
Uh,
that is literally his thing. He's just like I
mean, yeah.
like pretty girls.
Yeah, no, I really haven't experiencing Nier, and mostly it's absolute jankiness because the first Nier game was like Sonic 06, where it was
Oh my
completely
God.
incomplete.
Yeah, it was a
And just a
garbage
mess.
game.
But
Yeah.
honestly, I really like it. It's like it's a mess in like the right ways.
Yes. Czar, get out of uh Helldivers.
Nuh-uh.
We will play after. I'm installing it right now, and we'll play after D&D.
Oh, I wish I could play Helldivers. Oh well.
I think you'll find this game's vibe to be immaculate, Rod.
Is it Starship Troopers? But like,
Starship Troopers, yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Very
it's
Starship
bug hunt.
Troopery.
It's a bug
It's a-
hunt, man. Game
Well,
over,
there's
man.
bugs and
Game
robots
over.
now.
Bugs and robots, right? I've
Uh,
seen some
it's-
about it. How's the
extremely
customization?
over the top.
How's the
The
customization?
customization, there's very little weapon customization. You can get some pretty gnarly drip though, and there is
Okay.
a good amount of weapons for the game's been out for like 2 days.
Okay, if the drip is present, I'm okay.
The drip is immaculate.
Perfect.
Also, Rod, before we start, there's something else I need to tell you about my character.
Be
not
advised
only
that
do
we
I
are live, so keep it
I know.
PG. Okay.
I am keeping it. No, I'm. Jesus, come on, Rod.
Listen,
Yeah,
he's a
you're
rogue
keeping-
bard. The amount of sex things that you could tell me about
I
Dale.
haven't done any of that yet.
I haven't done
Slander and
any
lie-
sex
lie
yet.
and slander.
I have not done any sex yet.
So Rod, what is the sex update? Okay, no, seriously.
the game
So,
the game has had the sex update for every single part. Y'all just haven't had sex yet.
There is actually modules out, but I don't want to talk about that. We're getting off topic.
Yes.
No, so there is so not only do I have passive perception, I also have passive investigation and passive insight.
Yes.
All of those are 16. So
Okay.
just,
I
let you know.
normally don't do passive anything apart from passive perception. I don't really do because I unless it's like how am I going to put this? If it's a situation where investigation is going to be very, very specifically the thing that is required to progress, it's not going to come up. If it is, then yeah, I'm essentially going to give you the chance to take the lead with it, right? Because it falls into what Sherlock Holmes explains in A Scandal in Bohemia, which is
Something about being
everything-
elementary school or something.
yes, of
imagine.
course. No, all of the information that you need to solve a crime is there. Normal people just don't observe it. They just don't notice it. That's the
They're not
difference between him
hyper-fixated.
and a regular person. He just notices the things that people don't. That's it. And that's what I want Dale to be.
Okay.
Okay?
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
So,
Fair enough.
everybody, welcome to another episode of Wyndburgh. This is session 44. I am so excited to be here. With me tonight are Emily, who plays Ethilda. Say hi, Emmy. Next up, we. It always gets me. It always gets me. Next up, we have Czar, who plays Saltbrook.
I am the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
That one didn't get me as much as Emily's. I will say, you got to work on that.
Yeah.
And next up, we have Yek, who plays Dale. Say hi. Say hi.
No.
Yek. Anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome everyone.
Yak me boy.
Very happy to be here. Last time we left off, our latest adventure had been getting into the new airship, the Lyra's Revenge, and making our way towards the realm of Magna. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay. I just realized this is going to be a little bit of a problem. Okay. Let me turn on performance mode. I think this will make it easier. Yes. Yes, it will. Perfect. Cool. We headed out from Wyndburgh on board. Wow. It's still doing it. Like, there's a delay on everything I do. I hate that. That is terrible. Maybe this will fix it. There. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. There. Perfect. That's better. We left from Wyndburgh aboard the Lyra's Revenge, the airship that the Saltbrook stole, and together we made our
there we
way
go.
down towards Magna. We didn't arrive yet, but we are on the way. Last time we played, our characters spent their downtime, training and getting better at some of their skills and gathering information. Now that we are here, the last moment of last session, you all heard something in the wind. Something that caught your attention that you couldn't perfectly explain. And I believe it was you, Saltbrook, correct me if I'm wrong. You had been working on training your perception abilities and becoming more proficient with them. And you noticed something about your surroundings while approaching the borders of the realm of Magna. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
Saltbrook, as you stand close to Exon and Rex and Dale, there is something in the wind that you catch. And I believe the roll you gave last time was good enough for this. Saltbrook, you notice that the flapping in the wind of the sails of this ship are not the only ones that you can hear. In fact, your perception has become so sharp that you can distinguish the sound of flapping sails coming from another airship, despite the sheer amount of wind that is always in effect in an airship like this. So just realize that this needs to... There we go. Did that work? I do not know. Oh, that's fine. And Saltbrook, as you hear that sound, what do you do?
I'm gonna start making my way over to Grim. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna try and discern like the height of this sound. If
Okay.
it's not in this immediate field of plane, then it may or may not be above and or below us. Now that we're thinking in 3D.
Okay. As you approach Grim, you can see in his face, he is currently in his warforged steel form. And you can see in his face, as he looks over at you, there is an air of concern. There is an air of stress about him. And you see him glamour himself and turn into his more humanoid form. And as he does this, he looks over at you inquisitively. And he says, I think I hear something too, but I'm not 100% sure.
Agreed. Can I point in the direction that the noise is coming from, roughly?
Yes. Solbrook, you find that there is a weird stereo feeling about this sound. It's almost as if it's coming from both sides of the ship, on the left and on the right, port and starboard.
So it's not just me who is crazy.
Yeah, we're all crazy. Also, my internet's back.
Yeah, my DM image is not really... It's not doing what it needs to do.
Oh man, it's freaking out. Okay.
Yeah, it's silly, but it's okay.
I mean, I think the server for the React Fujitech is getting a little bit.
Yeah,
But
I think that's happening right now, but well, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Saltbrook, you hear these this sound on both sides of the ship.
Mm.
What we will do with that information.
I like to walk over to the side nearest to me, look up, and then look down. I'm gonna hold on to my hat so I don't fall off too.
Saltbrook, as you look up, you don't see anything, but as you look down, you see it immediately. The deck of a Federation ship with red sails and a long, long pennant flying where its flag should be. It rustles in the wind, and it is down below you, but it seems to be rising towards your altitude.
Gonna just turn around and say, the feds are coming.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But like actually,
Well, we prepared for this. I mean, we do have the forgeries.
We have this
Yeah.
incredibly good-looking fake license that nobody can tell is fake because you roll like a fucking 35 billion on it.
Yeah, no,
first thing
that was my score, right? 35 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
actually.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Private embroidering, raised lettering, security
Uh,
features, all of it.
Just motioning over to Saltbrook is just like start moving some of the supplies in case they want to do an inspection or something.
First thing I do, I will slap our hat onto Thalion and turn him into a skeleton again, like I did last time.
It's a good point. Actually, I'm gonna yell out to just... Is just us on the ship, or do we have like a little crew of people?
I think it's just us.
I don't think, we've ever recruited. I'm just saying, start looking like a crew, people!
Yeah. Just stop freaking out. Just act casual, man.
As you say this, you see Rex just sort of looking around. Oh my god, the delay on this. Like, you see how it's, like, swinging everywhere? I'm not doing that. I press the key for a bit, and it just keeps going. It's ridiculous.
Oh, Rod, you're gonna make me airsick if you do that, please.
Oh, I hate it. Stop. I'm not doing that. I just clicked it for an instant. Anyway, this works better with the mouse. Anyway, so you see Rex just sort of look. Oh my god, what happened? It went all the way over there. Anyway, I fucking hate when this shit happens. I don't understand why.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Well,
it.
I am worried about it because it's annoying and I don't want it to do that.
Tabletop
Um,
simulator.
Forklift simulator. So you see Rex just sort of looking at you guys as you begin to like act natural, and as he hears act natural, he he begins taking off his clothes. He's like,
Act
"Ah,
natural, not au natural.
this is how I normally look. What are you talking about? I wear clothes
Clothes
for
up.
your sake."
No,
Can
no,
I, can
no.
I cast alter? Can I? Oh wait. Alter self was on self. Damn it. Can I do minor illusion to put clothes on him?
Well, as soon as you guys start protesting, he stops. He's like, "All right, jeez, fine." And Egson looks around. He's like, "What should I be doing?"
You're going below deck, Sweetling.
"Oh, but I want to see the ships. I love boats. You,
No, not after last. No.
No.
you know how much I like the boats. I want to see them."
When we get to the dock, we'll look at all the boats you want. But for now, you're going below deck.
Exit, please go below deck. I
You
will.
have a very important job, and I hand him the little Thalion in my hands.
As you hand over small Thalion, you just see him so angry. He's just going. He really
I don't wanna
doesn't
hear it.
want to leave. He looks over at you.
I don't wanna.
He looks at you, and his brow furrows, and he like blows a raspberry at you, and a small amount of like embers flow out of his mouth. And Exon
drag him
will
on his knee.
turn around and make his way down.
I'm gonna quickly yell down to Dale. Dale?
Dale.
No, not it.
Dale! Write up a fake shipping manifest, quick!
Do I have time for that?
I said quick, damn it!
Give me sleight of hand.
Okay.
No, actually, deception. That'll be.
Is that...
Yeah. That's
Okay.
yeah.
That I can
You
do.
weren't good on either front,
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so the first one is a 9, the second one is a 12, so 32.
Huge.
Because I think we're fucking fine.
You just watch as Dale pulls out a piece of like just random parchment paper that he had in his pocket, a small piece of mastic gum that's been used. He rolls it in his hands and forms the shape of a pencil, and somehow that shit works. He just writes it down hurriedly. He pulls out a piece of like pre-eaten chicken or something, and he just like molds it in the shape of like a wax seal, spits on it, and attaches it to the paper. This shit looks so legit that like it's almost giving you psychic damage at the fact that you know what it was made from, and it still looks. Your brain is refusing the fact that this looks so damn good. And
One manifest.
as this happens, Sulbrook, you feel a tap on your shoulder as Grim sort of like stretches out. He keeps his right hand on the wheel, and he stretches out to touch you on the shoulder, and he can do it. A man is 7.5 feet tall. As he taps you on the shoulder, he's like, "Sulbrook, it's not just one." And he points up and to the right, and you see another Federation ship slowly coming down.
Are they hailing us or like trying to?
They are approaching you very slowly. This is not a hostile approach, as far
Yeah.
as you can tell.
But are they giving like any sort of signals or flags to like send messages to our ship to like pull over or?
Not as of yet. They're
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's well. This
Sorry.
is like the Federation Coast Guard at this point.
hold on. I can do a funny here.
All over! Stop the ship!
No cops in my D&D. A cab.
This actually happened to me in real life, but I'm
Wait,
drawing.
you're
I'm
in an
drawing real life.
airship. You're in an
No, I got-
airship,
I got-
and the air cop
No.
pulled you over.
No, I got pulled over by the Coast Guard.
Really?
Did you really?
I
That's
see.
hilarious. I'm sorry.
That
Yep.
is really fun.
Where at? In Hawaii?
I'll tell you guys the story later.
Oh, yes, please. I'm very interested. Thank you.
You, and now, but for real, from above,
for
you
real.
hear a voice speaking to you.
This is the Federation Air Force. Surrender yourself to being boarded or face the consequences.
Well, we're ready to be boarded, so.
Okay, we surrender.
I was gonna say, do we have like a white flag to run up? Do we just yell back
Or
and
do
hope for the
we-
best?
Do we have like any planks or something we can just roll over on the side for them to like say it's like welcome in?
You
I was
see
saying,
that
do we have
there
like
are...
mooring lines to like connect to each other? Can we like toss them a mooring line?
Oh,
to,
there's
like...
plenty of rope to go around. Plenty of rope to
Alright.
go around.
I, I sort of like just put my hands up, grab some of the rope, and just like show it as like.
Yeah,
Okay,
same on like the
here you
other side,
go.
the one below us. Like, toss the fucking rope.
Alright, I toss the rope to the adjacent ship.
They just rocked up in 2 fucking cruisers to the frigate. That was okay. Now they're battleships. Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh boy.
bigger, bigger.
But what if we made it bigger?
More!
They're having 2
Bigger
fucking
one
battle cruisers rock
every
up on us. Holy shit.
Fire on that man.
Let me see.
So I kind of whisper over to Josiah. Josiah's like, you're a merchant, right? Do you want to take charge of this, or should I?
I was a soldier. I can do
Well, I mean,
equally
you-
fine though.
Okay. You're the running the business front was your idea.
Yeah, right, relax. We'll be fine. It's the Federation. We're on decent terms with them. We'll be alright.
Okay. If you say so.
Ew. Is Meow Meow the only one wearing red?
Hold on. I will tell that in a moment.
Are they marching in a grid? Are they doing like the fucking Revolutionary War march just over the planks?
If you haven't noticed, they're British.
They just have a drummer boy just as their.
Suddenly, I want to support the Suddenly, I want to support the coalition more than the Federation.
You hear fights coming from the distance.
Company
Come here, bow! Face!
Fetch me my
Can't
fucking
do shit
tail!
seriously on this channel.
Oh dear! It appears that we have an illegal vessel that is crossing our borders. What shall we
Oh
do?
my god.
Surrender
Open a
your
firing-
tea
opening order,
immediately! Surrender your tea immediately, or you shall be boarded. For
Quick,
Queen
someone marry
Country.
their first cousin.
You see, so as the 2 ships approach, they slowly begin to become bigger and bigger and bigger. These are frigates. You guys are riding a sloop. You are the smallest airship possible.
Yeah.
The frigate is a small-sized ship of the Federation's Air Force. And you see several Federation soldiers inside of the ship, essentially taking, performing these line positions on the outside of the ship towards the inside, actually, of the ship, facing you guys. They have cannons, but there is no you can't see any intent of combat right now. They're just holding position. Ethel and Saltbrook, as soldiers, you both can tell that this is protocol for them. This is not a surreptitious battle order. This is very much protocol. You can see that they're like, ugh, like this is what they have to do, right?
We're not over Magna yet, correct?
You are not over Magna yet, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we're crossing the border soon, which means the Federation probably wants to know what exactly we're up to.
Sure. Are there
And
drakes on board?
you do not see any drakes.
Okay.
However, one thing that you notice that is very much different from other airships, like non-military airships. These two airships, these two frigates, have not just sails, but they have what looks to be a festival balloon. You have all seen them in street parties and festivals and ceremonies. They are filled with hot air or other types of magical gases, alchemical gases, and used to
Oh, I got some magical gases.
either launch fireworks or launch lanterns up in the sky. Ethel, as a Sylvanian, you are very familiar with the concept of Lantern Festival, as it's customary during the Sylvanas, the Festival of Sylvanas at the end of the year, for the Sylvanians to launch lanterns into the air to remember the spirits of the dead. You notice that they have these massive balls of gas held together by canvas and tarp that looks very, very resistant above the sails as well, and they're connected to the ships via ropes of different types of thickness and different knots. And you see one of the Federation soldiers, a spearman, lift his spear up and do a series of movements with it, trying to signal to you. And Grim looks over to the side and then back at you guys and says, "Do any of you know naval symbols?"
That is not in my, that's not in my languages, so no.
Grim runs over to the side of the ship, over to the railing on the edge, and he yells, "Sorry, we're very new sailors. We're not very savvy with the flags and the whatnots. Would you mind coming in, like, on board so we can speak?"
If we wish to parlay.
Party!
Parlay?
You
You parlay.
make sure here. I have to make sure of something. Yes, okay. It's one of these. I forgot to get them in 3D. That's unfortunate. There. You watch as Solbrook, you immediately recognize this Federation soldier as a spellcaster. By the way that they handle themselves, by the way they carry themselves, they appear over the side of the railing, and you see him and the spearman talk for a moment, and you see him sort of sigh in frustration, just, ugh, fine. He, with a flick of his wrist, you see him slowly rise, and he floats very slowly, very Minecraft creative, and lands.
Just turn creative mode on.
Yeah, and lands on the deck. And as he stands there, he is carrying a staff, and his other hand is behind his back. He seems to be looking around and just sort of inspecting things, looking them up and down and trying to figure out what it is that he is looking at. And then he looks over at Grimorian, looks him up and down, and then looks over to you, Saltbrook, and looks you up and down. And he speaks. "All right then. Who is the proprietor of this ship?"
I'll raise my hand.
And as you raise your hand, he turns over to you, and he very quickly moves directly in front of you. He just walks up, and you see that he has his nose held up underneath this very pointy hat, wide-brimmed pointy hat. I am Fenno Kinkrana, at your service, Federation Inspector. How do you do?
Well enough, yourself?
He stops for a moment. You can tell that there's disdain on his face, just, ugh. Another hillbilly, great. He asks, I would like to see your papers.
Very good, sir. And I'll produce the license and the manifest that we definitely legitimately earned.
Rod, can I move up so that I can help Saltbrook if the need arises?
Yeah, of course.
Just sort of go out and is like, is that a problem, boss?
As he's going through the license, he's looking at it up and down. He puts it up to the sky to check for a watermark and finds it. He without moving his face, he just like side eyes Dale behind you, Saltbrook, and he asks, "And who's this? Your first mate?"
Quartermaster.
Quartermaster. For a sloop.
Aye.
Seems to me a bit too small of a ship to need one.
Every ship needs someone to keep things in order. Can't be the captain's job all the time.
How many of you on this ship?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did fucking the Philin land back on the ship?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have 6 people on the ship then, I guess, yeah? 6 people and the Drake over there.
No,
The what now?
there's
That's
nothing
right.
there.
Is there something there or is there nothing there?
No.
No,
There
we hit the Drake. No, or Dale just means, we delivered the Drake over at Wyndburgh.
Ah, yes. Say, this is why we need a quartermaster.
Roll deception for me, please, with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yep.
Wait,
Me or
no,
Dale?
Isn't that wait, who?
Dale, it cancels out.
Yeah, so deception.
Actually, how does multiple advantages work?
They
for
don't
you
stack.
in this case?
They don't stack.
They don't stack. Okay. fair
Actually,
enough.
Dale, what's your advantage bonus?
So
Skill
my
bonus,
well, yeah, my skill bonus is plus 20, but
Oh,
I
you're
have
fine.
duplicity. I have advantage due to duplicity, inborn
Yeah.
actor, and also trying to pass yourself off as a different person.
Yeah, you're fine.
So-
You roll because you have a plus 20.
Yeah.
I'm playing the Ace Attorney Pursuit sound because you guys said something stupid.
Yeah, but I'm trying to pick up. This is why I'm here. So I got a 10 plus 20, so 30.
How much was it?
30 total.
A 30. He stops for a moment. Your license doesn't say anything about the transport of live drakes, certainly not sanctioned drakes. It does also not say about stopping in Wyndburgh. I would like to see your ledger, please.
You mean the ledger? You mean the invoice?
No, your ledger of transfers and deliveries. You do
so-
have one, do you not?
Aye, just below decks. Dale, would you be a wonderful lad and get it for me?
Oh yeah, of course. Just a jiffy.
Fantastic.
So I immediately go down. Do I need to forge a ledger?
Go for it.
Yep.
Okay, well, ledger with advantage. Here we go.
This
Okay,
will
Truly
be,
the
this will be the last use of this forgery kit. You're gonna have to get another one.
All right.
Oh
fair
my
enough.
God. I have a backup
First one
plan,
is-
though. I have a backup plan.
First one is a 3. The next one is a 19,
Oh
so
my God.
39.
It's almost a 40. The greatest,
That is
the
So,
greatest thing
can
to
I,
have.
Can I go the extra mile, Rod?
What is it?
Can I do the ledger? Can I forge a ledger that puts us through 3 different transports instead of including this one, a false previous one, and a false previous one before that?
With a 39, I'll allow it. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Just summoning up all my knowledge from like Sea of Thieves, just putting it into the ledger.
Damn. That's good. That's good, man. That's good. Listen, as things progress, I'm gonna make it harder and harder for you guys.
I'm ready for it.
I would like to
Bring
point out
it
that the
on!
building is, having a stroke in the corner, just kind of like sitting behind a cannon and eating an apple like an asshole, trying not to choke.
Yep. So I am assuming I also include.
Kirith is just like tapping your hand lightly. I know they're stupid. They're all stupid. It's okay. You're going to be fine.
So stupid.
Meanwhile,
Like, Jesus.
Rex is just standing near the edge, and like he spits
like the
off of
book.
the edge, and then one of the Federation soldiers sees it, and he tries to spit farther, like towards the ship. And
Are they
they're-
having a spitting contest?
They're locked in a spitting contest over here.
Oh my god. We need to figure out who wins. I gotta ask Rice after that. So I'm just gonna like sort of feign like the quartermaster just sort of like fumbling around. Is like, oh, I got it. Here you are, Mr. Inspector, ma'am.
He begins to read it, and I'm gonna keep playing the pursuit theme from Ace Attorney because you're not out of the woods yet.
Nope.
He starts reading it. Alright. Let's see, your ledger for the delivery in Wyndburgh, your delivery in Belliard, and Longsaddle. Alright. That seems to be in order. Still doesn't solve the fact that you do not have a license to sell live drakes or to transport them. I am gonna have to fine you for this and deduct a few points from your license.
Social credit.
Understandable. We'll make sure we don't do that in future then.
You see him snap his fingers, and Sopra, give me an Arcana check.
I really want to counterspell him giving us a fucking ticket.
I can also counterspell. Oh my
Please
god.
don't.
Boss,
Yeah, no, we're not.
boss battle.
You wanna
Boss
die?
music begins.
It's gonna be a
Would be really
22.
fun,
It's
A
gonna be
22.
a 22 on the
On a
yeah.
22, you immediately notice what spell he's doing. He's casting Unseen Servant. And as this happens, you are the only one that notices why Dale, Grim, and Ethel from afar, you all see as this notebook and this quill just float up towards, like, the middle distance, like, up to his chest. And he has his arms crossed. And he's
Hey, Rob.
still... What? Yeah, what's up?
I just realized something. Counterspell is only a somatic component. I can just cast it without doing anything. Just look at him and go pop, and he just disappears. I got.
Somatic
Yeah,
component,
okay.
you would still have to do a motion with your hands.
I have
Yeah.
anti-somatic caster.
You
I don't
do.
gotta do dick. I don't gotta do shit. It just happens.
That's true. And for those, just to make sure, for those of you that heard it correctly, it's anti-somatic, not somatic. Solbrook does
What do you
not,
mean?
He does not hate Jewish people.
What? Yeah.
Um,
Honestly, I want to fuck with them right now. I want to do that.
are you
God,
sure?
Please. You are making you
It would be-
already made my job difficult enough. Please
It
don't.
would be so funny.
No.
Like, do
It would
you
be
want-
so funny. Alright, I won't do it. I won't do it this
If
time.
you want to be stupid, do it on your own time.
You see him while looking at your license and your ledger. You see him mumbling certain things, and the unseen servant begins writing it down, and it's very fast. And you see him.
Can I pick up on that?
Yes, he's essentially. It's very easy for you to perceive. Saltbrook, you notice this too. It's very easy to see that he is not. He's writing words first, followed by numbers. So it's easy to infer that he's writing in fractions, followed by the value of fines.
Oh, I wanted to know what he was grumbling specifically.
Oh, he's essentially just saying page 74,
Stupid.
section
Okay,
7,
alright.
paragraph
No, fair
8,
enough, okay.
subparagraph 9. Carry the 2. First infraction. License is in good condition. Ledger also in good condition. Seals are current. Stamps are current. It seems,
Ledger is okay.
Yeah, he's
Smells like chicken a
literally
little bit.
literally going through every single step, like looking at every single part of this, trying to find an infraction. And
No, Ron. Ron, I
looks-
just want to see in the note. I just want to see in the notes is like Ledger smells like chicken for some
oh,
reason.
absolutely, 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 it's there. Trust me.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And he stops for a moment, and he taps his chin, and you see a look of realization in his face as he says, "All right, here's your fine." He puts his hand. He gives you your license back and the ledger. He says, "Here, your license, your documents." Do you take them back?
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Give him to the quartermaster.
Mhm.
Well, I'll take the license back. You can have the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, boss.
And as he returns that, he puts his open hand to the side towards the unseen servant, and a piece of paper is ripped off of his notebook, and is given to his hand, and he hands it over to you. Here's your fine.
God, we really just
Make
got
su-
pulled over in the fucking air.
Make sure to pay this within 2 weeks, or else we'll come looking for you.
How much is the fine?
The fine will be 700 gold coins.
It's nothing.
All right.
I'll pay. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. We'll have to make ourselves we'll have to break into the registry and add ourselves in there, but yeah.
And then, as he finishes this, he continues. All right, now for the second order of business. You are approaching the Federation's borders. Why?
Supplies to Magna.
Supplies to Magna. Roll deception.
Roll deception.
Can I assist him with that?
Absolutely not. Not after what he just said.
24.
A 24?
Yep.
Okay. What kind of supplies?
Shit. Give me a second to think.
I'm gonna
Magna
give you.
economy?
I'm gonna give you 30 seconds.
What's the Magna's... I need to ask questions. What's Magna's economy like?
Why didn't you ask these questions before? You had
Because
oh my
you hadn't asked
God,
these questions.
Saltbrook,
You
should've
didn't
let
ask
me
these
lead
questions
this.
previous.
God damn it.
You didn't ask questions
You had
previous.
downtime to learn more about the world.
Do I
Okay.
know?
You would.
Yes. Okay, so what is it?
Their economy is it's consumer based. There is no exports. Sorry, there are no imports.
Could be a specialist order from one of the nobles. Oh, they're fucking democracy. Ah, shit.
Thirty seconds
is
are
not-
over. I am going to start counting in real time in the world how long it's taking you.
Just some specialty imports for a few of the important people.
Really important people. I'm sure you're
Right.
gonna have an easy time finding them.
Surely.
Well, go ahead. Show me these imports.
Very well then. Well, show me below deck then.
Lead the way.
Alright.
And
Let's
before
think
he
we go.
goes, he looks over. He looks between the two ships, and he does a small movement with his hands, and you see them extend planks towards the sides of the ship, and a few of the soldiers board.
Alright, this is what... There's a reason I said supplies. And it's because, Dale, you are good at deception. And you are also the quartermaster, so you're gonna get me out of this mess.
Okay.
Come on, quartermaster, you're gonna need this too.
Yeah, right. Coming, boss.
Uh,
Alright, so mind if I take
Captain.
the charges like right this
Captain.
way, right this way?
Captain, would you
Hmm?
mind if I tag along? I've always been very interested in, you know, the finer parts of border law.
What now?
I grabbed Kirith, and I'm just... They're gonna get us all killed. They are actually the dumbest people on the face of this earth.
Okay.
Well, if you want to try better, stop yapping in the fucking corner.
Oh my god!
You stupid fucking cunt.
He's stupid!
Whoa!
He's stupid!
You daft
Okay,
cunt!
so-
Get in the fucking git!
So, am I taking point?
Yeah, you're taking point because I go get my dinner.
So,
Right behind you, Saltbrook is the Federation Inspector, and behind him is Grimorian, following
Okay,
closely.
So going in, I'm assuming everybody sort of like tried to pack all of our quote-unquote supplies and hide the more, let's just say, illicit materials in the near the aft or the shit. My naval terminology is failing me.
No wonder you got pulled over by the Coast Guard.
Oh, quiet you. So what I'm asking is, do I have time to sort of conjure minor illusion?
It's gonna be real difficult.
Mm-hmm.
This is a wizard. This is a spellcaster.
I am a bard.
As you proceed down the narrow hallway, after coming down the steps, Dale, you hear clattering up ahead,
Right.
and you hear, "Shh! Shut up! Shut up! You're ruining everything! Stop doing that!"
Oh my god.
Okay. So I'm just looking at my spells right now. So question, Rod? Can I create? Can my either minor illusion or what is it called? Major image. Create like essentially miscellaneous supplies that sort of like surround and obscure Exen and Thalion?
You absolutely can. Put inspiration
Okay.
on your page for that.
Yep. So for the somatic components, I'm essentially because of like I was sort of stumbling around that right now. I just sort of like sway a little bit, like pretend to hit my head and just like do a little slam on the thing, and then while I just like and then behind putting my hand in the archway, I just do the motion or the somatic like components to just do the major or the major image.
Okay.
And I also gotta put the
As
thing
you
on there.
do that, you see Exon out of the corner of your eye, just like freeze completely while holding a tiny like salamander Thalion in his hands, and not slowly, but like just fades in, covering him. Like the opacity gets turned up.
Oh yeah,
on
no.
everything
Before
around him.
before it becomes like fully opaque, I just go over to Exit and just like put my hand to like my lips just to do the like sort of motion.
Perfect. And as you do that, you see them arrive. The others arrive, and Exon is just completely petrified, just trying not to move, not to breathe, not to make a sound.
Yep.
So, Brooke,
So
you
hit-
arrive at the hold of the ship with the others.
It's like, hey, here to go, boss. Everything in order.
I'm going to roll. Would it be perception or would it be arcana?
Let me check. I
For the
believe it
wizard.
is. Let me check my spell real quick. So it's
Whichever
major
the stats are
image.
lower.
As long as you are within the range of illusion, you can either use your action or cause the image to move. Blah, blah, blah. What is the spell? Or what is the spell?
Let's see.
Oh, investigation check.
Okay.
Against my spell save DC.
What's your spell save DC?
17.
17? It's a 12. So they definitely didn't get it. You
My
see him
stranger's buffering.
stop for a second and squint. Now then. My main concern here is you are not aiming to immigrate there, are you?
Now, sir.
Immigrate. Is that a type of bird?
No, it's actually going to a place to live there, Dale.
Oh.
I thought you knew these words. You're very intelligent. I don't know why you would not know that.
I handle the papers.
I'm gonna shoot an eye to
Maybe in the
Grim.
company.
I'm gonna give him like the shit eye, like shut the fuck, shut the fuck, shut the fuck, shut the fuck, shut the fuck.
Shut.
Sorry, it's the Ben Shapiro. Shut now.
Shut now. My wife's a doctor. My wife's a doctor, okay?
Are men and women the same?
I
No,
cannot
they're
make
not.
her wet.
Oh, God.
Pussies don't get wet. Everybody knows that. Shut now.
My wife's a doctor. My wife's a
Wet
doctor.
ass
My wife's a
keyword.
doctor. My wife's,
Oh my god!
My wife's
should
a
I make
doctor.
my
She's
next?
completely
Should I
dry.
make my next alter ego? If I shape,
Yes.
should I make my next
Yes.
alter ego Ben
Yes.
Shapiro?
Yes. Immediately, yes.
Hello, I'm Dale. How's it going? So you see him. You see Grim just sort of like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. I was really trying to say," and he sort of continues mumbling. Have a very peculiar crew. You know that, don't you, Captain?
Aye, but I get the job done. That's what matters at the end of the day.
Right. And he turns around and he begins to leave.
And I will follow him out.
But Eggson is going to roll stealth.
Can I help him with that?
No, you cannot.
Damn it!
No, you may not.
Okay, he rolls a
I mean,
17.
I have master. No.
Woo!
I want to help him.
And as this is happening, you see Grim look over at you, Sulbrook, and he essentially does the Kronk, right, but like silently. He's like,
Oh yeah.
and he
I
starts
love how it plans together.
he starts to follow the others out, sort of like using his very huge frame to block the view of the others, make sure they can't see anything as they make their way back up.
Yep. I can actually keep the image going on until, well,
Oh, I
unless
know.
I leave the ship. So.
I know, but making sure, just to
Yep.
guarantee that there's no way that they would see it.
Give Grim an inspiration point. He did a good job.
He don't need inspiration points. He not a player.
Dang.
Ethel, you see them emerge from below deck, and the inspector stops, puts both of his hands behind his back. His staff just stands there magically, balancing on itself, and he looks around. Well, everything seems to be in order. Make sure to pay the fine within 2 weeks, or we will come find you. And a reminder, there is a lockdown for the airspace in place to the north of Magna. Do not cross into it, or you will be shot down.
Appreciate the heads up, Inspector.
Right. Soldiers, back to your ships. We move north. The front lines are waiting. And you see them form like single file and make their way over and back into their ships.
Left, right, left.
I left my home. To join the army.
Join the army.
I left my home.
I left my home.
To join the army. you watch as these enormous ships, essentially, like, relative to you guys, these ships are stationary and not moving, and they just begin hauling ass. Like, these things are moving. They are so goddamn fast. It's not even funny. And they just zoom off into the distance and disappear as quickly as they appear.
Yep. As soon as I see them going across the horizon, I just immediately like dispel the major image. Then look to Saltbrook's like, a Drake? Really?
I don't
stormed
fucking
up
know. I don't know what you did with them. I didn't see or hear shit. I'm busy dealing with the fucking inspector.
And this is roleplay. Just you
I know,
fucking
I know.
idiot!
Shut the fuck up.
Oi! Both of you! Lars!
I don't want to
Lad.
hear it. You're too nice for your own fucking good.
You're talking to me about it. Why are you talking if you don't hear shit? I don't give a goddamn. Oh, roleplay.
He
You
just...
airheads, like it or not, you're the men on board, and you hold the authority in these skies, and you almost fucked everything up.
I'm
Lovely.
just gonna throw my hands up. It's like, okay, I just need a minute to cool off.
You see, as this is happening, Ethel, give me a perception check.
Absolutely.
Saltbrook, you as well.
Alright.
14.
14.
Gonna be a 20. Nah,
A
20.
20. Saltbrook, and Ethel. As you're both very heated and letting these words just flow, there is an icy feeling that floods your veins as you notice
Uh-oh.
that Exon
I should
is
have
listening.
Oh, I thought I was gonna have to counterspell something. Never mind.
You're gonna have to counterspell Exon.
Exon
Get back downstairs.
Exon is sort of like peeking from the below deck, and his eyes are watery.
Yep.
From in
Mom,
front of him,
Mom,
you
Dad,
see
why are you
tiny salamander Thalion just come hopping out, and it like shakes itself off, and the hat falls off, and it just fully becomes Thalion, and it growls at you, Saltbrook.
I'm gonna just take a look at him and look him in the eye and put my hands out. I'm gonna do give no fuck. I kill you.
What?
Basically, I'm just saying, fucking come on. Come get me.
And from next to both of you, you see Grim in full metallic shape just appear in the middle of the three of you. Enough!
Oh, I've already walked away. I did like the thing where I just like immediately
Right.
took like an inhale. I was like, I'm gonna just walk away before I say something I fucking regret.
Casually whistling.
No, I'm
Enough!
essentially just
the two of
doing-
you.
no.
And you! And he points over at Thalion. Ethel, you've never seen Thalion do this, but he takes a small step back. He turns over to you, Ethel, and to you, Saltbrook. Nothing happened. We are fine. We handled it. He does not need to listen to this. He does not need to hear this. I don't want to hear anything else from you, and he points to you, Saltbrook, or from you. You say, I'm too nice for my own good. I'm a soldier. And more so, I'm a brother. I know what does not need to be listened to, what does not need to be overheard. You should too. There is not anger, but disappointment in
I'm
his
not angry
face.
at you.
God,
I'm
I'm
just
disappointed.
disappointed. Truly the most soul-wrenching thing to hear.
It literally is.
Emotional damage.
And Grim turns around to Thalion. Oh, and I'm not done with you. The next time that you growl to anyone in your family, I am throwing you off this ship, and I'm falling down with you, and I'm beating your ass. Do you understand me? Was it enough that I had to die, and you people have to bring me back and break everything about my existence? Now you people have to fight over small things like this. And he turns around, he sighs, and he turns around, and without changing his appearance, he crouches over to Exon, and he says, "It's all right. Come here. Come here, Exon. It's all right. Listen. Sometimes grown-ups fight. And it's because they're stupid." He looks over his shoulder at both of you. "And sometimes people say things that they don't mean. Isn't that right?"
I don't think we said anything particularly bad to each other.
Yeah, no, honestly.
We just started swearing
Oh,
at each other
he
without
don't
being
care.
anything.
He don't care. He is a child.
Papa
He does
Bear-
not
Papa Bear
need to
angry.
see. He does not need to see you two hurling insults at each other. He just lost his father. He is not going to go through this.
So
Isn't
he's
that
looking at you,
right? Adults say things they don't mean and are mean to each other, and then they apologize.
So he's looking at me, right?
Oh, he's looking at both of you. His eyes are like on the verge of tears.
Oh my god.
Not
Jesus
Grim.
Christ.
Exon.
Oh, the child. Never mind. We'll avoid that noise. We'll remove that noise.
No,
Strike it from the records.
Jesus.
Strike it from the records.
I'll
Especially
allow
when
it
it's
just this
looking at
once.
Exclamation
Alright.
point, clip.
Fuck off.
I'm clipping that. There we go.
Nah!
It's clipped.
Wee woo, wee woo. The guy opened up.
Damn.
Policia!
And Exon takes a couple steps forward. He's not afraid. He is just... It's
I
almost
dropped
like
the
he's
Exon.
embarrassed.
That was
Is
a
this true? Does he actually? Do adults actually apologize like that?
I think I need a few minutes to think before I say anything else. I will apologize, but not this instant. I need to think of those things.
And that's all right. Isn't it?
I just walk away.
Ethel, you feel the back of your head like almost burning from the fact that Grim is staring at you as you do this.
Yeah, no, I walk away. Thalion comes with me. He needs, before he sets the fucking ship on fire.
Why doesn't she apologize?
Because, Exon, sometimes adults are silly. Apologizing to the people you love should never be difficult. Adults have this thing called pride, and sometimes it gets the better of us.
Are you proud, Uncle Grim?
Against my better judgment, yes, I am. Very proud sometimes, very silly too. But you have to be better than all of us. If you hurt someone's feelings, apologize. Always do it. It's better than not.
Okay, I'll apologize.
Ethel, where do you make your way to?
Just the front of the ship. Yeah, just to get away from them and have Thalion cool off, maybe take a lap.
Okay.
Do you take off?
He can, I'm not.
You're not? Okay.
Yeah.
Ethel, you sit on the... let's say you sit on the...
Yeah, I like that. I like
yeah,
that.
it's cool. You see Thalion, look back at Grim, and then look over at you. And, you hear in your mind him say...
I don't understand why you let him speak to me like that.
He kind of only senses this weird sadness that he doesn't understand. but I don't exactly. I just say to him like just go cool off.
Whatever.
And he just flies off. Ethel, as you look back towards the others, you see Grim still like kneeling next to Egson and they're talking, and your vision gets distracted by the fact that Rex is still spinning off the edge.
God, you're interrupting my brooding time.
Kirith turns around and comes over, and she doesn't go on the fuck. What's the name of this pole?
The bow?
Bowsprit.
The bowsprit?
Something like that.
Bowsprit?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
The
Whatever.
stick that sticks out on the front of the ship and is often accompanied
the
by a
ship
mermaid.
dick.
It's the
Shipdick.
bowsprit. It's the
Bowsprit.
Ship
Okay.
dick.
Hey, I was right. Okay.
I was gonna call it
I
the
like
ship
shipdick.
dick, but bowsprit is good
Honestly,
too.
let's
I
change
guess-
it to Shipdick.
Yeah, ship
All in
dick.
Do we-
favor?
Ship dick.
All
Aye.
in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Well, it's
All
unanimous.
opposed?
Ship dick it is.
Yep.
Hold on. I need to do approval for myself because that was amazing. There.
I
Also
guess you
gonna
would technically
clip
say it bowsprit, but ship dick's better.
ship dick.
Ship dick.
Next you're gonna tell me that it's actually pronounced ship dick instead of ship dick.
Ship dick. Ship dick.
Ship dick.
Ship dick.
Ship dick.
Ship dick. Ship
Um,
dick.
Free
What the hell,
Shabakadu.
Free shavakadu. Free shadikadu. Ethel, as you're sitting on the ship dick, you see Kirith just sort of like very gingerly approach. Well, that was a shit show.
Yeah.
Y'all wanna, talk about what that was all about?
Everything I worked for could have gone up in flames. And no one cares. Keeping him safe and out of Federation control is the only thing I've cared about other than bringing him back, and all of a sudden he doesn't even... And she just kind of like stops and like looks off.
Okay, yeah.
It's an inconvenience to him.
I don't think it's an inconvenience to him. I think Judd is gone. And I didn't adventure with him for too long. You did. Most of the people that I used to adventure with are either gone or are trying to kill me. And the one person that survived is no longer an adventurer. And now they are a professor of music, Watterson. After that fight in Olmo, he doesn't want to fight anymore, and I get it. And Egson, first off, he shouldn't even be with us, but he is.
I know.
And
Yeah.
I agree with you. It was rude, but Egson doesn't need to hear that. I had to see my father become the devil he is today. Devil. Funny. But you know what I mean. I had to watch my father become the monster he is today. And that broke me. And it didn't just happen overnight. It started with things like this. I can never look at my father the same way because I know I will never be safe with him, even if he renounces the things he have done. Grimorian was wrong to push the two of you like that, but he is not wrong about Exon. Exon deserves you all to respect each other and to be gentle with each other. Primorian can eat a dick as to the way that he spoke to you and Talion, but he is not wrong about the boy.
Ithel's ears are like down and like droopy. Obviously she knows what she's saying is right, but she's
Right.
proud as fuck, and she's
Of
like,
course.
then
Listen,
they can go play wet nurse. I didn't sign up for this shit. No one held my hand at that age.
No one held my hand either. But you did. I didn't ask you to. And I've been holding your hand.
Look, I'll obviously talk to Eggson. He'll probably still want to come sleep with Allie, and he loves that thing. And she kind of like smiles, but I don't know. All of that was just too much.
I understand. Do you need to be alone, Ears?
No, what I need is to maybe beat the shit out of a man made of metal, but
He is right there. And he is from a warrior culture. I guarantee you that you could do it and he would accept it as a way of conflict resolution.
yeah, well, he's man enough to open his mouth like that. He's man enough to come over and talk to me.
You're not wrong about that. And from behind Kirit, you just see him standing there. Just towering over her. I am going to leave now. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Best
it's
of
just like
luck.
Kenneth is like, Kenneth is just like, oh, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Well,
Well,
that
he's
just happened.
Right behind me, isn't he?
He's right behind me, isn't
You guys are gonna hate me, but I'll talk about it later.
You guys should probably come see this.
Well,
Well, what?
I don't know. You made it very clear that you wanted me to come talk to you.
She like stands up off of the ship deck and like hops back on deck.
She does the thing, like the oh my god. It's the Goku Frieza thing where Frieza is looking straight up and Goku is looking straight down and they're like facing off like that.
It's like, will they kiss or will they fight? The world may never know.
Yeah.
Goku and Vegeta, of course. But no one wants to talk about that anyway.
They're essentially doing the hold on. Let me
You're just a little hater, POV.
Yeah, and
POV,
what
I'm
of
the
it?
biggest hater. we gotta let this proceed. I like that you made me more triangular. Wait, give me
Yes.
hair. And boobs.
Also, give Grimorian boots
wait,
as well, please. Thank
wait.
you.
It's the shine off of his bald head.
Bald-headed ass.
Bald-headed ass. He also gets boobs.
Yes, sir. Give him a.
And hold on.
Let's switch, man. Oh my god, they're angry.
It's the staring at each other. You know, like
Oh my
When was
God.
the last time you
It's the
showered?
spark sights, yeah.
Does Grim shower?
Yeah.
Does he stink?
Does he stink? Does he have stink lines?
he stinks like rust constantly.
Oh,
that's fair.
ew.
That's
No.
fair.
Tinnitus.
He just stares down at you.
Talk to you. No, I wouldn't want to uproot this beloved belief system of yours or inconvenience you when she tries to like brush past him.
And you're gonna love and hate this. He just grabs you by the arm and turns you around. Uproot belief systems. That isn't exactly what you think. That is a child. It does not need to listen to its adult figures in their life fighting over something as simple as the fact that nothing actually happened, no one got hurt, everyone is fine.
Oh, this isn't about him anymore, Grim, alright? I don't give a shit if you feel the need to lecture me about him, I'll handle it. What I care about is, we uprooted our lives for months to rectify my mistake. Okay? My mistake. I went to the ends of the earth to make that mistake right, and you don't give a shit. You
Is
don't
that
give a
truly what
shit
you
about
think?
what we did. Obviously, you treat it like it's an inconvenience.
How
After everything
so?
we did, after Judd's sacrifice. If you're saying something, we can't hear it. Your thing's green.
I
but
asked.
can't hear it.
I asked how so.
Well, you certainly made it seem that way during your big speech. By the way, if you ever talk to Thalion like that again, I'll put you back in the grave myself.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I'm starting to.
You know what your issue is, Ithildin?
Pray tell.
Everything is about you. You think that bringing me back from the grave, the most important thing about that was that you were rectifying a mistake. Not the fact that you undid a sacrament of my people. Not the fact that you broke the natural order and I don't understand what it means. Not that the moment that my people find out about what has been done, it's going to cause a rift in my people that might destroy them. Am I not grateful? I am. I am very grateful. But this is not about you. I am not angry at you. I am not less caring about you. The reality is that I am not important enough to bring back. You didn't bring me back because of some misplaced love or because of some desire to protect. You did it because it was a mistake of yours. I am grateful, but let's not pretend here that you did it because of the goodness of your heart. You are a good person, yes, but the reality here is that this is not about you. There are bigger things, and right now, the bigger thing is Judd is dead, and he did it to bring me back. His son is what matters more for me. So excuse me if between you and him, you are an inconvenience. And he stops for a moment, and he realizes what he just said. That child has been put through hell. And it's going to continue. Because we are all stupid enough to allow him to come with us. But he would not be safe elsewhere. You are not wrong to care for Thalion, and I am sorry for how I spoke to him. I let it get the better of me. But the truth is, that child is more important than any of us. And it is our duty to take care of that child. It is our responsibility now, whether we like it or not. And I don't care if you didn't have people to help you. Just because you suffered doesn't mean he has to suffer. Because you suffered, it should be so that you would do everything so that he does not. If you can't do that, then I have nothing else to say to you. I come from a culture where we solve our differences in combat. You want to say something to me, you want to change my mind, then put your hands up, put your weapon out, and fight me. But if you're not going to speak to me as an equal, if you are not going to see my intentions for what they are, then I have nothing to say to you. All I have is my hands and my fists.
He like stares up at him like, what the fuck?
I don't expect you to understand. In my culture, combat is intimate. It says something about a person. It explains what they are, who they are, their motivations, their beliefs. I know you fought my sister. You are only alive because you do not understand what she is. You're only alive because she deemed it good for you to live. Because she understood what you wanted. Through the fight, through combat. You want to know who I am? The challenge has been made. And now he brushes past you. And very easily, but not violently, he just pushes you off to the side. Like your feet just slide on the ground. This is the easiest thing this man has ever done. He just pushes you in a way that your entire body just shifts to the side. It's not violent, it doesn't hurt, it's just this very slow, unstoppable force that just shifts you over to the side. And he starts walking.
I hate him so goddamn bad.
You got a point though.
Ethilden has a point too. She absolutely
Yes.
does.
I
That's
never said she
my.
did.
No, you're right. My
The
favorite thing
passion, the emotion. It's crazy. Holy shit!
Man, I wanted my character to be angry
Fucking
too,
Emily,
but after
crazy fucking
that,
performance. Oh my god.
I
Insane.
love
Thank
it.
you.
It's so
Thank you.
good. I'm genuinely in love with her performance.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
my
Thank you for
character
all
was
we-
going to be angry too, but after all of that, I'm just going to look like pussy shit. Like, honestly.
No, come yell at me. I like this.
And
I'm
then-
not
Oh,
yelling.
hold up. Pause.
What's up?
I didn't mean
No, no, I was
Wait,
referencing
wait.
I was referencing what Emily just said.
Oh, Grim stops in the middle of the ship, and he looks around at all of you. He looks over at Kirith, he looks over at Saltbrook, he looks over at Dale, and he looks over at Egson. He teleports behind Egson and very gently covers his ears with his hands. You are the closest thing to a family I have ever found outside of my own people. I love you all enough that I will not stay silent on your bullshit. I will not stay silent on your mistakes with one another. And I love you enough to demand the best out of all of you. And if I ever make a mistake, I expect you all to demand the same from me. And he uncovers Egson's ears. And he goes around, and Saltbrook, this man just walks past you and takes the helm once again.
He didn't bump me, did he?
No, he did not. He just passes
So
by
you
you.
I was going to fall off the edge of the ship. Ugh.
Grabs you by
fail
the
the acrobatics
scruff of the neck, pulls you back.
Yeah.
Rolls athletics to skip it.
As he takes the helm, he very loudly proclaims, "We're approaching our destination. I suggest you all prepare yourselves."
I'll like mentally call back Thalion to the ship.
I'm going to push off of my little brooding corner. I'm going to walk over to Withilden.
Okay.
Best settle this before we land.
No, let it stew.
Let it
Yeah, no,
fester.
let it simmer, but yeah, let
No,
everybody just gotta
no.
cool off a little bit before you talk.
Nothing. I have cooled off. I've taken my moment of.
Because I'm still burning up.
Yep. Let's do the YouTuber.
Okay, we fucked up.
YouTuber, I'm
I
sorry.
didn't want to make this
I made-
video. Let me get
I
my
made this
dog.
like-
Hey guys,
made another
today's gonna be
mistake.
a little bit of a different video.
I murdered 13 people this time. Vehicular manslaughter recording a TikTok. Oopsies, not my fault. You know. Whoops.
And clipped.
That's fine.
That's fine. I'll own up to that. I wanted to. Yeah, I'll do.
I did
I'll
it.
do my thing.
I'll
Yeah,
fucking
I'll-
do it again.
I know this. Yeah, I know this is between like Em and Zar right now, but I'll just describe what I'm doing during this, like afterwards.
Oh, please.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it right now.
No, I said after those guys are done, then I'll just describe what I've been doing.
Saltbrook pulls out a ukulele. Thank you, Baron.
Oh, do you want me to describe it now, or because there's like a good thing going here?
Let's hear Saltbrook and Ethel, and then we'll go for yours.
Okay, cool.
Let's, Look, I'm no good at speaking to people on terms of emotion, so I'll say it blankly. I fucked up. I just about ruined what you were had masterfully crafted before with hiding Ithilden and the child, and I didn't realize what you were doing. So, I apologize for nearly pulling off a stunt that would have ruined everything that we have been trying towards on this matter, and for yelling at you previous.
She sighs, just like, and like really dramatically, kind of like rolls her fucking eyes. Like, well, I appreciate you admitting to being a dumbass, but
Lovely. And
Oh my god, what an asshole. I love it.
but I'm sorry for getting in your face about it. But she kind of like mumbles it, like, sorry for getting in your face about it.
that's a better apology than I was expecting.
Louder, louder, so everyone can hear.
She just kind of like turns, like, really? Like he's like nuzzling under her arm, like, really?
Either way, neither of us are perfect. So, we ought to
Speak for yourself, motherfucker.
I was gonna say debatable.
speak to yourself, Munkai. I'm an elder. I'm gonna fucking pull out my fucking bolt.
All right.
None of us are perfect, and it's best that we move along at least tentatively.
I don't know about you, but I was literally constructed. I am perfect.
Oh, AI.
The perfect cell voice.
Scrap code.
And no one's perfect.
She like attempts a joking voice. I don't know how well that would come across for my beloved little retard.
Do a roll. Just to see if you get like a nat one, it just
Performance.
comes out as
Just
this
hit me with performance.
She pats Sally on the head. She's like, "Well, I guess we'll have to change dinner plans."
roll that
No
performance.
matter how that's said, I would probably chuckle at that anyways.
That's
What did you want me to roll?
performance.
I think
Just as
Sure.
a joke.
Yeah, 16, not bad.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually a funny joke.
It's a
Crazy.
very funny joke, bro. Women
Oh,
funny,
well, then.
question mark?
I would have found it funny. Philberg would have found that funny, yes. It's almost like a gallows humor, grim humor kind of thing. He would find it funny.
Grim humor.
Hilarious.
Anyway, I'll give you'll give a little light chuckle, nod his head, and you'll go off towards the bridge. I guess not the bridge,
The helm.
pilot, the helm. That's it.
Ethel, as Sulprick begins to move, you notice that Thalion just moves on his own. He like clambers over because this here are different levels. He clambers over it, gets to the middle deck, and like goes over to where Grim is, and he climbs on top, and like stares at him like face to face, just like
Ooh, okay.
Grim is just like.
Sorry, just the drawing already. 2 lines. It got me.
I was trying to do the Chad face for him.
Oh. Well, that looked like sad, pathetic Sigma face. I'm sorry.
No, but it's just
Is
like
Grim constantly mewing because
he
of his
doesn't
shape?
have to.
I mean, yeah, he's a warforged, so his face is like permanently
He's
stuck.
mewing.
He has perfect cheekbones. Tell me he does not. Look at that.
him.
He's
Look at
Look at
him.
mewing.
That's
He has
not
been
fair.
mewing
He-
since day
he was
one.
literally- yeah, that was his- I had to work
He's
hard to
like-
shape-shift those cheekbones. Thank you very much.
I chiseled them myself, thank you.
I'm always mewing. No one can break my mewing streak.
Jesus
But
Christ, right?
Etho, you see them just like, I'm talking inches from each other's face. And it isn't murderous intent, but it is violent from
I was gonna say, I can,
Thalion.
like, feel it, right? Could I
Yes,
see through
there
his
is
eyes if I
heat.
tried?
Yes. You can sense through Thalion's senses. And through his senses, you just see and hear Grim say, "Go on. I'm waiting. I've been
Are we
trying
gonna
to
tussle?
and you hear him say, I've been trying to understand you, big guy. And he cracks his knuckles. This would be a perfect opportunity.
Are we tussling this episode?
Are you going to interfere?
Listen. My character, Athilin, I would not engage this session with his stupid bullshit little fucking challenge shit, god damn it. But Thalion is the equivalent of a
teenager.
aggressive, stubborn, horny teenager.
Yeah.
So, yes, he would as soon as Grim, like, instigated, he would absolutely lunge forward.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out.
May I perchance have a chance to try and break this up?
Yeah. As you turn around, you see the two of them staring at each other. There's essentially sparks flying between them. You see Thalion's lower jaw is slowly, like, becoming incandescent with fire.
Yeah,
There are, like, small little sparks flying out of it.
I went from, like, doing a freak out to just, like, calming down, then turning around, and then it just immediately adrenaline just kicking in. It's like, oh, shit.
And so you see this happening too. Eggson is just like, he just runs over to your side and stares.
Yeah, so I know a bit about, like, sort of Warforged culture, at least, like, Grimm's Warforged culture, where, you know, he will challenge anyone to a fight to, like, you know, settle stuff, yeah?
Sure.
My character would know.
As,
right?
as someone who has studied Warforged to a certain extent, you know that fighting is not a bad thing. It's not frowned upon. Fighting is the equivalent of talking things out. A Warforged, it is Warforged belief that to fight someone is to speak to them. It's unbridled. There's no way to lie when you're fighting. If you lie, you lose. It's simple as that. You have to be truthful in order to fight properly.
Yeah, like your convictions will, you know,
will shine
help
through
you. Will aid,
every
aid you in
fist.
battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That is what
Fair
they
enough.
believe.
All right. So just wanted to double check that. So I'm immediately going to link telepathy to both of them real quick, so that Thalion can understand me.
Okay.
And just immediately going in between them is like, hey, no, let's not do any challenges on a ship that is flammable.
We don't have to do it on the ship. I can fly.
And you hear Grimoire. Oh. Bring it.
Okay. I know you two want to have this little duking out session, whatever it is. Can we first land the ship?
He is right. I am the only one that can fly. You hurt me, and your precious mommy over there is going to have some trouble.
The fuck did he just say?
He called
Mommy.
you his mommy. He is,
I mean,
like,
yeah,
very
not an
specifically antagonizing him. He's very, very specifically taunting Thalion.
I'm
doesn't.
gonna look at.
He
yeah,
doesn't
I'm gonna look at
actually
Grim as,
believe. He doesn't actually believe what he's saying. He's very specifically taunting Thalion.
Mommy?
This is a side
Yeah.
of Grim that none of you have seen.
Yeah, he's trying to goad him into a fight,
Oh,
which
absolutely.
I'm just gonna look at him as like, dude, not now.
Why? Why shouldn't I?
Because you're flying the ship, remember?
Well, if you want to back off, Thalion, I wouldn't blame you. Ethel, you're seeing Thalion's scales on his back standing up. But they're not just, like, going directly up. They're, like, rattling.
By Bahamut's back end, you are not helping, Grim.
I don't want to help. I want to see what he's made of.
All I say to Thalion is just no flames.
I won't need any.
And he immediately just bursts forward and grabs Grim. He just like, Dale, I need an acrobatics check from you.
Yep, you got it, boss.
Oh. Hold on, I gotta pull up some like my
Okay,
own.
I'm using my inspiration for a reroll there. Okay, so a 10 plus 12, so that's 22.
Okay. With the 22, Dale, you manage to hold on to the railing as this massive gust of wind just hits you. And before you're able to even process what happened, Thalion and Grim are not in front of you anymore. And as you look over to the side, you see them both just careening off of the plane. Thalion
Monsieur
has...
Rod?
Yep.
Yeah. Real quick, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to hold the wheel.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I'm running over to the fucking ship to take the fucking magical bits to it.
Yeah.
Kirith
But
is
I'm
moving
trying to like keep the ship in place at the moment.
Rex is moving. Egson is following you, Saltbrook. Dale, as you hold the ship in place with your mage hand, give me a wisdom check.
Yep.
No, what is your
just
spellcasting? What is your spellcasting attribute?
My spell, it's charisma. So
Okay,
my
give me a
spell
charisma
attack,
check.
my modifier is +5. My spell attack is +9.
Okay, give me a charisma check.
Okay, that's +16. No, wait.
Yeah.
Just charisma. Okay, just +5 then. So that is 12 plus 5, 6, 7, 17.
Okay.
Se- 17 total.
Okay. With a 17, you're able to keep it in place, but there is a clear destabilization of the ship.
Yeah.
As you look over to the side, you see that Thalion has essentially wrapped himself around Grim, and they're just careening downwards. Just falling off of the ship.
I'm not concerned about... those two are going to be fine. I'm concerned about the ship right now.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm booking it over to the fucking, the helm.
Saltbrook, a little
Coming! As I am full fucking powered sprinting up to the fucking, what do you call it, the fucking wheel.
I have to go to the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right
Okay.
Piss your pants, nah!
back. Okay.
Ethel, what are you doing? Ethel, what are you doing?
I'm like locked into Thalion's psyche, like
Okay.
to
To see
focus
what's
on, like,
happening?
yeah.
Ethel, you from his eyes, it's almost as if you are Thalion in this moment. You see Grim, like Thalion has his mouth like biting down on Grim's chest, like with his head inside of his mouth. And yeah, he's essentially all up inside of his throat. And you see Grim just grabbing onto Thalion's teeth and slowly but surely opening it. And you hear him, you hear Grim speaking, "Come on, you big oversized lizard! I fought bigger geckos than you!" This is a side of Grim you haven't seen yet. And elbows the roof of Thalion's mouth, and Thalion opens it. Grim pulls himself out, and Thalion again goes for a bite, and Grim is just holding his mouth open. And you see, as they approach the ground, Thalion opens his wings, and he uses that just in time to just make Grim, to just drag Grim through the ground, just as he's flying, just dragging him on the ground. And you see Grim holding onto his, like, one of his fangs, and with his other hand, he's just punching him in the head repeatedly. As they just keep going, just like ripping the ground asunder as they continue.
Jesus. Oh, this is so entertaining.
Grim pries open Thalion's mouth, and he pushes off from him, and just gives Thalion a big kick to the sternum. And as Grim falls backwards, he is going to... Yep. He's going to echo onto Thalion's back and grab him by the frills that he has on the side of his face.
Oh.
And you see him just like sort of lose control as Thalion's trying to get him off. Thalion turns upside down and tries to get him off by just dragging him against the ground again. Thalion then opens his wings and stops completely, does a 0-point stop. Grim falls over prone, and Thalion looks up towards the ship, and you hear this, Ethel.
You said no flames, but we're not on the ship.
I like send that approving nod through the bond. Like
Ethel, as you do that, you see... I want to make sure that I get the right one.
so many.
Yeah, oh my god, I have so many of them. You see him, by himself, take on that different visage that you're used to whenever you awaken. And Grim stands there, just looking up at this thing. Thalion ignites. You see his entire body almost catch on fire. And as he lets out this huge fire breath, you see Grim extend his hand to the side, and the hilt of the spell sword arrives to him, and he ignites it, puts it forward, and he saves. He's only going to take half damage from that. He will take... I forget what the damage for that is.
Hold on.
I should have it. My homebrew creations. It's so annoying. I always
breath
lose it. Yeah, for Thalion's breath.
18d6.
18d6. Okay. He's gonna take half of the damage. Do you want to roll it for me?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Yeah, okay. Fucking why not?
Yeah, I'll roll damage from Meow Meow here. Hold on.
Bucket just said, "Attention passengers, we're about to experience some slight turbulence. The captain is getting in a bar fight."
62.
Pilot, help me!
31.
31 points of damage. You see Grim slice down this fire breath with his spell sword as it like splits in half and mainly goes around him. It still catches him, still burns him, but he holds his own. And he charges forward, and Thalion opens his mouth and bites down on Grim. And as he bites down directly on Grim's head, clamping down with his teeth around Grim's neck. And there is a chill down your spines as you see Grim's body struggles for a moment, and then falls limp. Ethel, there is a wave of regret that you feel from Thalion as he lets go and sees Grimm's body on the ground. He is now moving.
What?
It is from that moment. Wait for it. Wait for it. It is from that moment that you suddenly realize that wait, it's loading.
Are you doing good?
I need a song for this. Give me a second.
No, no.
Give me a second.
Nope.
A second.
Just put the new minifigure on there. We know what you're doing.
There we go. You realize that it was an echo. And Grimm is directly above him, lands on his neck by grabbing it with both arms, lands down, and essentially just pushes Thalion's entire body onto the ground and stands on him, attempting to, essentially put him to sleep. Essentially the go to sleep.
Oh my god.
Dum. I am so sorry.
And as this happens, Thalion spins around and throws Grimm extremely far. I'm talking this is not enough. I need a strong flick. Bam! Like that.
Oh my
There he
god.
goes. Yeah.
The physics of tabletop.
Where did he go?
In front of the calculators.
Well, there's a copy of him. Anyway, I'll just use that. That's fine. And you see that both Grimm and Thalion, they essentially power down. Thalion returns to his normal size. Grimm releases his spell sword. And Grimm teleports a couple of times to cover the distance because he can't really do it in one go. Right in front of Thalion. And the two of them stare at each other once again. Ethel, there is an understanding that you feel through Thalion's feelings. And as the two of them stare at each other, you feel taken aback because there is a love that you feel. A pure, unadulterated care and love emanating from Grimm to Thalion. And Grimm stashes his spell sword hilt on his belt and extends his left hand with the Malorn tree wood on it. And he essentially does the hiccup and toothless thing. He puts it forward, and he will animal handling. He doesn't do too well. And as Thalion sees this, there is an understanding that the two feel. But Thalion still takes a small step back. There is a lull, a moment where, in your mind, Thalion says,
Whatever. He's fine.
and Thalion opens his wings as far as he can, and with a single push, he just takes off and goes back towards the ship. Saltbrook,
Yes.
this entire time, you notice that the ship did not reject you at all.
How kind.
Grimm appears on the deck after teleporting, and he sort of dusts himself off, and he looks over at you, Ethel, and he says, "Very smart boy, that one. I like him." Awfully kind, too. And he moves his neck side to side, essentially as a joke. And he looks over at Thalion. Like, you really thought you had me there, huh? You really think you had me? It was good. It was very good. Very good. Ithilden, tell him. Very good. I really appreciate what he did. Very good fighting. Wow. And he's just, he's so pumped. He's like electric. He's like hopping up and down. He is just so happy that that happened.
Yeah. No, Dale is just like holding on to like the railing for like dear life, just like exasperated, just like.
And Exon
Did you guys
just,
get it out of your system?
Exon, while was looking down through the railing, is like, that was awesome!
That is definitely a word for it. Yes.
Oh, it was so cool. He was like flying, and then he went over. He was like, whoa, and then he turned over and then dragged him on the ground, and he was like, you know, and like, how did you disappear? He like grabbed you by the neck, and then he wasn't there. How was he not there?
And he pukes again. Oh, okay. Come here. It's all right. Come here. Let's get you cleaned up. Grimorian, you are an absolute dumbass. You know that? Yeah. Everything's fine. See, even Solbrook's able to control the ship now. You know why, right?
What?
I'm going to assume you don't know why you're able to control it now.
Nope.
Told you. Raw emotion. You're at peace. You moved in order to protect everyone, not just yourself. You took control of the ship, therefore the ship is listening to you. All part of the plan.
Dale just immediately muttering is like, I want off the ship. I want off the ship. I want off the ship. I want off the ship.
Ethel kind of like mumbles to herself. Even the ship's a moral purist. Fucking great. I'm like in mom mode, and I'm like looking him over.
Moral purist. The amount of times I've given the slightly less moral option, I was like, no, we can't do that.
That is true. Ethel, as you go over Thalion, you notice that he is hurt, right? But he's not, like, this is nowhere near what Grim can do from what you've seen before. And he doesn't seem to mind. Like, he doesn't seem to mind. Thalion does not mind at all. Like, there is a giddiness to him. There is, like, an excitement to Thalion that you're not used to seeing. Like, he was able to, like, you trusted him to actually, you know what he was doing. You didn't have to command him. He had a fight on his own, and he had a good time doing it. This is new for him. And his confidence is at an all-time high. You have never seen him this confident.
Like, ugh, you really are just another boy, aren't you? Picking stupid fights.
I'm a dragon. I was made for fighting.
She like pats him, and she's like, "You did really good. I knew he wouldn't hurt you, but."
Ah,
Yeah.
he tried. I showed him who's boss.
You know, a real dragon would say a dragon doesn't concede.
I didn't concede. He did.
Damn right.
Next time, though, I'll kick his ass even more.
Next one's on me. You made the challenge to me, not you.
Ah, fine. I called dibs afterwards.
Oh, feel free.
And he turns around and stares at him for a moment. And he looks over at you.
He's not that bad. Bit of a dick. But he's a good fighter. I like that.
He's just a guy. He's just a silly little guy.
He's just a baby.
He's just a baby.
All right. We should be approaching Magna now. And as he says this, as you all look down to the east, you see that you are approaching the Great Peak mountain range. And now I have to ask you all to make a decision. I have prepared for both. You can either land in Orlbar, which is technically still Federation territory on the border, or you can land in Lork.
The inspector general Mage Man told us not to go to the north, right?
Yes,
he
there's a
means
no-fly
he
zone.
means more north. Yeah, closer to the
I see. Okay.
to Hellgate Dell, which is where
Right,
the
the whole
massacre
DMZ
happened.
is.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Well,
fair enough.
the DMZ is inside of the Kingdom of Sylvania. He's talking specifically
Mhm.
about this area right here.
I see. Okay.
Let me mark that with gray just to make sure.
And that's just specifically our airship can't fly there.
It's a matter of like. What I'm gonna say is
Ow.
don't get caught if you do, because you
Yeah,
will be shot
gotcha.
down. That is an active war zone.
So yeah, don't bring the ship there. Got it.
Yeah. The Federation might not be your problem if you try to fly there.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get caught in the crossfire. So yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a no-go.
In the air.
So my question for all of you is, you are flying and arriving to this mountain chain right here. You have Orlbar directly to your south, or you have Lork, which is more to the south east. Where would
Question:
you like
What
to
did I?
land?
Question. Or actually, I'm gonna ask Saltbrook. Where did you want me to write the ledger and the forgery ledger and manifest? Where was our destination supposed to be?
He didn't check, did he?
I love that. I love that.
Because I had to have forged a destination, right?
Right. Where would it be?
So-
Probably
mean,
say Lork.
I would say you
Because if
guys.
we're bringing supplies in,
Yeah.
makes more
Yeah,
sense to
Lork?
land
Okay,
in
yeah,
their
let's-
territory.
You're okay with Lork?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That was gonna be
For the
my-
forgery, we can we'll decide where we want to go, but for
Absolutely,
the forgery, we
absolutely.
said Lork. Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is, which
No,
one
I
of
hate
you?
the fence.
Which one of you studied Magna stuff?
I did. That was me.
Okay, so
Raising my hand. Mimi.
Dale, you know the following things about Lork. It used to be, it is now, and it used to be as well, a mining town. It was nearly destroyed by stone giants. It was annexed by the Zentarim in 1350 DR. Now, you know, as a rogue, the Zentarim, they are a shadowy network of underground thieves, mercenaries, hitmen, criminals, you name it, corrupt politicians.
Find it.
You
Bigger
have had
hive of scum and villainy.
yes, you have had your run-ins with them, and your past is dotted with bad deals and problems with them.
Correction. My previous aliases have been dotted with bad deals.
Right, yeah. You know that Lork
Yeah, we can land
was you know that Lork was liberated by the Magna Revolution around 1489 DR. You have heard that it still bears the scars of a civil war. And you know that there is an inn at Lork called the Broken Staff.
Mhm.
So if you are to look for Ithilden's contact, Izaria, that would be the best place to start.
Okay. Yeah. Question. Did my underhanded dealings help the rebels of the Civil War or harm them? Or did it do both?
That is up for you to decide. But you have to since you asked, you got to decide right now.
Okay, so based on my philosophies, I would have probably helped the previous aristocracy with, like, necessarily like aid, small stuff like that. But for the rebels, I would provide bigger leverages with both information as well as weaponry.
Okay. So you helped their guerrilla fight.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
I aided to make sure that the casualties weren't as intense for the nobility.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me.
Exchange, baby.
Well, that's the thing, right? We're since there is an amount of mystery, certain things that he is saying are not exact to the reality that will be revealed as we progressed.
Oh, yeah, no, I assume that I don't know like my full consequences.
Right.
I just am saying what I thought my character did.
Right, of course.
Or
what
at least planned to do.
Yeah. What from your perspective it looked like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So you were playing both sides, but your focus was to aid the revolution.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. That's good enough for me. All right. We have reached 2 hours. Everyone, thank you so much for coming. We are going to end our session here. And next time on session 45, we are going...
That's so many.
We're going to embark on our very first look at a piece of world building that I'm very proud of, that I created. The Regnum of Magna. And I will see you all next time.
Baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year, everybody.
I already fucked up. 2025 will be my year.
I love that. It always makes me very happy.
It is Lunar New Year, so, you know.
Oh, yeah. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy Year of the Dragon.
Fat Choi.
Fuck yeah.
Huh?
That means Happy New Year in Mandarin.
Wait, how do you say
Wait,
it?
say it again?
Gong Hi Fat Choi. Gong
Gong
Fat
Ki
Choi.
Khat Choi.
Gong
Fat-
Chi Fo
fat
Choi.
Gone fee for joy, eh?
No.
Come on,
Okay.
be nice. Happy New Year. Hold on. I need to
I
read
used to go with
this.
I used
need
to go to
to-
my dad's Chinatown all the time.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
Well, I mean, what's left of it, I suppose.
Gongji Fa Choi. Gongji Fa
The G is sort of like a
Shi.
yeah, it's Gonghi.
Gongji Fa. Huh. Because the
It's
phonetic
weird. Yeah,
look
don't
like Sair? Like TSAR?
Pinyin. It's a Chinese like pinyin sort of thing. It's really confusing.
I see.
I don't blame you. I just remember what my teacher would
Beiyan.
tell me. So.
Huan Xiao Jie. Zheng Yue Shi Wu. Chuan Jie Huan Hui. Yao Hui. Nian Ye Fan Guo Niang. Yeah.
Close enough.
It's a really interesting language. Like it
I
doesn't sound like anything I know. It's so interesting.
I tried to learn Mandarin. It was not easy.
Oh, Emeraldo Chaos. We
Oh, yeah,
just
it's my
finished.
editor.
Oh, it's your editor.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for stopping by.
I am a world. I think they're done with their D&D session, so I just went into the
Alright.
stream.
I'm gonna call it.
Oh, funny about
Oh,
Oh, did you guys want me to tell you the story about the how I got pulled over by the Coast Guard?
oh my God! Please do.
Yes, please.
Oh, do we want to do this on stream? Okay.
It's up to you. Because if yes, I'm gonna turn on the Sands theme just because it's funny.
Okay. I mean, either or. I mean, it's not or it's not like, you know, naughty or anything. It's not TOS, so it's whatever.
Right.
So I believe this was in Maine, and I went over with my cousin and it was with my cousin and then also a family friend, and we were going to go deep sea bass fishing. So we took out the speedboat. And the family friend, it was the family friend's speedboat, and he's like, "Hey, you want to drive around?" And it's like, I don't know. It's like, oh, we're in open ocean. Like, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Like, don't worry about it. So I immediately like grabbed the wheel and started like, you know, driving around in the speedboat. And then a Coast Guard ship was trailing us. And so so the family friend is like, oh shit, it's the Coast Guard. Yeah, just don't worry. Just act casual. Everything's fine. So so it was essentially like a Coast Guard patrol boat. They immediately had their sirens on there, and just like, stop immediately where you are, turn off the engine, and yada yada, like the usual stuff. So I was like sort of freaking out, but I was like paralyzed with fear as the Coast Guard like sort of sent a raft boat, so like the motorized like sort of like raft or inflatable raft thing, or pontoon.
They
sent
sent
like,
a rib after you.
Yeah, no, they just like put a pontoon because they didn't want to like get too close to the boat. So like I think it was like an inspector something or other just like sort of went over. I overheard the conversation. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to have a license while driving, and it's like, no, don't worry, officer. I was driving the entire time. It's like, no, we were we saw you. You were we saw the kid going over there, and he's too young to have a license. So no, we're gonna have to fine you. And he's like, oh, okay.
Well, damn.
Is that it? And he's like, yeah, that's pretty much it. You're not supposed to be driving out without a license, so don't do it again. And so they
do it again.
like, and then just like went back on the just like went back and sailed up. So
Fucking pigs, man.
I couldn't drive the speedboat back.
Wait, if they're pigs on the ocean, does that make them seals? Or man?
No, they're sea pigs.
Sea pigs?
I mean, to be fair, they were just doing their jobs, and we were being kind of the shitheads, so whatever.
Don't defend them.
No, it's
That was a joke, by the way.
It's whatever. It wasn't really that big of a deal, but it's just like,
No.
Shit, it's the fucking Coast Guard. What the fuck did we do? Yeah, but my friend was like reassuring me. He's like, "What if we get in trouble?" I was like, the Coast Guard, they're too busy doing something else. They're not gonna bother us.
You're gonna get me in trouble. Stop.
No, we had. So the guy told us, it's like, yeah, they just fined us like $200. Whatever.
Gotcha. All right. I like this story. It's funny.
Yeah. So that's the time I got in trouble with the Coast Guard.
Hell yeah. Tune in next time for more crimes committed by Yek.
Yippee!
Yippee! Good night, everybody.
Riz.
Did I tell you the story about how I absolutely freaked out during airport security?
No, you did not. Yeah.